Have you ever experienced burnout? Or are you afraid of experiencing it? Have your lower numbers ever led you to feel that your efforts might be meaningless? Have you ever got hate comments that made you feel sad or angry? Let's say there is a solution to this issue from over 2,000 years ago. You don't believe me? Let me prove you wrong. Let's dive into a quote that made me see things differently as a VTuber. And hopefully, by the end of this video, you will see it in the same way I do. Or at least in a similar way. Hello, I am Requiem Vanguard, and this is Quotes Shaping VTubers. The quote for today's video is, "Reject your sense of injury and the injury itself disappears." Marcus Aurelius. Before we break down the quote, let's first talk about who said it briefly. Who was Marcus Aurelius? Let's just say he was a Roman emperor, the most stoic of all Roman Empire's history, if I may say so. To Emperor Marcus, Stoicism wasn't just a philosophy. To put it in modern terms, it was his lifestyle and also a coping mechanism, if I dare say. Why? Because he went through wars, a deadly plague, betrayal, and many more things, putting a lot of weight on his shoulders. His whole philosophy revolved around controlling what he can, ignoring what he can't, and not being reactionary. You may ask, why is this quote relevant now? And why it's important? Well, our psychology has never changed. We just add more stuff into our lives, and we adapt to it accordingly. Technology, social media, AI, and entertainment. We adapt ourselves to what our society heads into to survive the current landscape. As humans, we continue to react to both positive and negative events. We simply adapt. Society today internalizes things very, very easily, gets offended with anything, blows things out of proportion, and lets strangers influence our mood. We live in a world where emotional damage is always there.
Emotional damage!
In today's society, jobs, careers, relationships, everything in life put pressure on our emotional stability. This quote serves as a tool for developing modern mental strength. So let's now break down the quote. Reject the sense of injury and the injury disappears. This quote can help us separate reality from emotional reaction. Life now blurs the line between what happened, what I think happened, what I feel about what happened. His quote simply says, don't give every feeling the power of truth. But let's understand that this doesn't say pretend nothing hurts. What it means is, don't internalize every negative feeling as an identity. Sounds good? Nice. Now, let's dissect it a little bit more, shall we? What is the sense of injury? In simple words, it's basically they disrespected me, or they hurt my feelings, or even this was unfair to me. So when it says reject your sense of injury, in today's society, it means don't let words or memes make you feel sad or enraged. Yes, words can hurt, but that doesn't mean that will be your identity from now on. So, what does the injury disappears mean? It means that the moment you start ignoring other people's opinions about you, you will never feel hurt. And you will be able to move on and be happier and be a better person. In simpler words, it means the pain is real, but the suffering is optional. What Marcus is teaching here is what you choose, what you internalize, what you allow to define you, what becomes a wound, and what becomes nothing. This is how creators stay strong. Speaking of which, this concept can also apply to VTubers. How? Let me explain. We as VTubers tend to care about numbers. Everybody has done it at least once. Don't lie. Concurrent viewer drops, lower performance on videos, and sub and follower loss are examples of this particular part of our VTuber career. We all experienced negative comments and hate DMs, etc. This is where VTubers often take things personally. When you start comparing yourself with bigger VTubers, you start to feel behind. You often fear experiencing burnout, either because of streaming frequency or because life is not letting you do what you enjoy or you feel stuck. Some days you have a quiet chat and feel ignored, doubting if you're funny or entertaining. So we ask again, how does this quote apply to VTubers? The answer is simple. Low numbers are not a personal attack. A rude chatter doesn't really know you. A quiet chat is not rejection. And most importantly, someone else's growth isn't your failure. The word injury comes from the meaning you associate it with. You are teaching yourself that the injury is self-created. Rejecting the sense of injury will make your career more enjoyable, but also builds resilience. What do I mean by resilience? Well, you choose what gets inside your head, which comments matter, and what becomes an injury. There are benefits with applying this quote. It can lead to a healthier relationship with numbers, emotional resilience, consistency, creativity boosts, and ultimately longevity. So here is my takeaway from all this. When you stop giving small things emotional power, they stop becoming injuries. You decide what defines you. Not numbers, not comments, not strangers. So, what do you think? Have you experienced any of the negativity? How did you manage to overcome it? Let me know in the comments below. If you disagree with anything I said here, you can add me on X and we can debate your disagreements on the next space. This, of course, will be made into a video. So make sure to be prepared because I will be. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you can see my videos when they come up. This is my first episode, so I already have some sort of a backlog of quotes I plan to do next. But if you have a quote you would love me to analyze, leave it in the comments section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.